Hello traders, Mike Mohebi here. Today is 16th of September, 6 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. As you can see, it's 6:04, and it still is 15th of September in New York and London. It's about 57 minutes left to market close, and this is kind of a end of the week analysis. Before I go to analysis, please, if you find these YouTube series useful and if you've learned anything, please subscribe to my channel. I upload daily videos. I upload a lot of tips and tricks. I try to expand beyond Forex normal analysis, and I'm gonna have a kind of a training series uploaded here. So if you want to get notified as soon as I upload this series, subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon so you will get notified as soon as I start the series. Today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply my template, the template that I've had for about, I don't know, past 6 months, more maybe, and it's been the best so far that I've come through this trading journey. And yeah, you can download it. If you I'll put a link in the description. It's in my download page at my website, so click there. There's a green button that you can receive all my indicators and template there. Click on that, put your email, you will get an email, and you can download it through your email. Alright, let's go to work. So this is, as you can see, it's number 2 black. I named it, so I came up from 0, 1, 2, and these are the last ones. I've had probably 15 or 20 of these templates tested for a long time, but this one is probably the best. I've been using 0 lag MACD because the normal MACD is kind of a lagging indicator. This one is deleting that lag, and it's on time, on purpose, exactly shows where the market is moving. And the stochastic that I've been using is the stochastic divergence. It automatically draws these divergence lines with the price, if there's any. As you can see, this green line here, the red one here, and you can set it up to draw these lines on the price chart as well, but I don't want to clutter my chart, so I just deleted that. So when this 0 lag MACD moves above 0, I consider it an uptrend, and when it moves under 0, I consider it a downtrend. Though you can get a signal around that area when the stochastic crosses and this one is crosses as well, but the actual trend starts for me in this template when the 0 lag MACD moves under 0. So at the moment, this is oil. Oil is an uptrend from about 6-7 days ago for me. So I had a position down here when this pin bar happened. Though everything is up, as you can see, I shouldn't get this signal. I had a signal actually there. I had a trend, a trade. It went up. I moved my stop loss, but this big candle took me out. But as soon as I get another signal, I entered again. You see, this candle for me is a signal, and I know that this is an uptrend. It's just started. And maybe it moves back. I'm not saying that this is like a written in the sky, okay? It's just this is kind of a moving the odds towards your favor, so you're gonna have better chance of predicting markets. So this, I moved my stop loss to lock in some profits, and today I'm gonna move it a little bit higher, maybe around that area. Good. So keep it there. Maybe next week it opens with a gap or something, or maybe market moves back. I don't know what's gonna happen next Monday, so I just keep it there just to give it a little bit of room. So if it had a little bit of downtrend or a bearish candle or something, I just want to stay in this trade. My target is not that far. It's just could hit my target in the next week. So I'm gonna do this. Apply this template to all of these pairs that we've been following during the past 2-3 weeks, one by one, to see how it goes and where the trend is. This is gold versus US dollar, and as you can see, it's been up from this candle here, though you could get your signal here, when it crossed both these moving averages, but the actual trend for me started there and it continued about 1130 pips. Not bad, huh? But now the price, the gold moved under zero, so for me it's a downtrend. You could get a signal around that big gap that opened at the first of this week, but yeah, it's a downtrend for me. Maybe it comes down up to this resistance line and it goes back again, I don't know. But you shouldn't get a buy signal now. There is no, even if you get a signal around this area, even the stochastic moves up and it starts an uptrend, but this one is down. As you can see, the general trend, the big trend is down, so wait until you get a very clear signal for the sell position. The same is for silver versus US dollars. As you can see, it's getting close to zero line and it's gonna be a downtrend started. The stochastic is moving down, and the numbers that I use for stochastic is 14, 3, 5. It filters out all those small fluctuations in the market. I want to have a big trend. When the market starts from down here, I want to go up there. I know that this is gonna be, if you put the normal 533 numbers for the stochastic, this one is gonna be a very big move. It goes up and goes down, but this uptrend is very small and you will be stopped out and you will have a losing trade. So don't trust that. Okay, when it starts, as you can see, this stochastics has a divergence line here. The low in the price is lower than the previous low, but the low in the stochastics is higher than the previous low. That's divergence. And in these cases, the analysis of divergence is that the market, the price, the chart follows the indicator, follows the stochastics. So when it crosses up, though we have a big pin bar here, see this pin bar, it dropped. It took all the stop losses. Okay, everybody here who had a stop loss here just lost. But the stochastic shows that this is gonna be a divergence, and from then market moved all the way up. And after that, this zero lag MACD moved above zero. This was a confirmation that this is an uptrend started. You shouldn't get any position in this small retracement, and every time you moved higher you could add to this position. So you could have one position here, another one probably around this pin bar here, the third one probably after it crossed this old moving averages again here, another one when this pin bar happened, it touched this 21 moving average, and you could have 4 positions driving all of them up here. And not only you had 216 pips, but you had another one which was 169, another one probably 99, another one here 100. So you could have 4 positions, all of them above 100 pips, and instead of 260 pips you could have 400 or 500 out of one move. This is how you add to your winning position. Do not add to your losing position. That's what normally loser traders do, the traders who lose money. The winners add to their profitable positions one by one in every step that they get a new signal. As long as the market is uptrend, that's the hard thing to decide, which way the market's gonna go in general in a big trend. Then you could have all of your signals in that trend. So for me, this market is going down now and it's turning from uptrend to downtrend. From now on, every signal that you get is a down signal, it's a sell. You don't get a buy signal. Maybe your strategy is different, but for me, it's the kind of a Bible thing. I never get a buy signal in a downtrend. This one is gold, silver versus Australian dollar. As you can see, all of the precious metals are going down against all the currencies. Okay, that's there are 2 gold and silver in the world. There's not much, but against the difference, the different currencies in the world, they act differently, but normally they have a general theme and general trend. So this is going down as well. The Great Britain, this British pound did a very fantastic job during past 2 weeks. The data on the British pound was positive during past week, and as you can see we had a very strong move. But again, you could get a signal there. That's my first signal. Probably you could add another position in this pin bar. And the third position is when you have these cross moving averages. As you can see, this arrow here shows that when the price crosses both moving averages, and the zero lag MACD crosses above zero line here. So the third signal is there. Probably you couldn't get any other signal. You just ride the wave all the way up, and every step you move your stop loss closer to the price, and then you just lock in some more profits. So very fantastic week for GBPUSD and all the pound pairs. Let me show you first the pound pairs. This is GBPCHF. As you can see, it's a very strong move. Touch this this resistance line now. Probably next week gonna be a little bit of resistance in this area. Maybe we have 1 or 2 days fluctuation. If this move is strong enough, still it's gonna move above this resistance. If not, maybe it's gonna take a rest and move back probably to this. We have a retrace to this resistance here. But yeah, let's see what happens. The other one is Euro GBP. As you can see, it dropped very fast because GBP is the denominator of this fraction. So it's going very strong down. If you had a position anywhere up there, you could be in a very good profit. But our target, if you remember, we drew a Fibonacci of this pin bar here, and our target should be around that area, and it would hit your target 2 days ago. But if you still have this trade, probably it's a good time to close it. Today's Friday, and maybe, you know, this has been a strong week. You don't know what's gonna happen after these weeks. You know, I've seen many times that market opens with a big gap down, and then it goes back up to fill that gap, and all the stop losses are taken. So it's a very good thing to close all of your trades before the market ends in the end of the week, after these strong moves. That's a better position. I've tested it. It works very good. Okay, the next GBP pair is GBPJPY. It's kind of a wild river. It just moves up and down. I had a buy position. As you can see, this arrow, small arrow here, shows my buy position, but I took my stop loss there. Why? Because I was late. I had to get my signal after this pin bar, small pin bar here, or the best one was this pin bar here. But I was late. I took my position above this pin bar after the next day almost closed, and I couldn't put my stop loss lower than this because my money management didn't let me. So I should get a smaller position with a bigger stop loss. That's how you manage a position. You have to get a very good stop loss distance, even if you have to decrease your position size. Later on you can add to it and come up with the general thing that you do. But for that stop loss, if I had put it under there, if I had did a better money management work, I would be in this long trade. So this is a very educational trade for me. From now on, I know that a bigger stop loss and a smaller position works better for me with this kind of system and strategy that I have. Maybe yours is different. So let's go back to EuroCAD. This one is trying to move higher after a very sharp move during past 2-3 weeks. Everything shows that the market is gonna change the direction, but it's not confirmed yet. Nothing. It's just a retrace back. As I said, Fridays are different. Normally the big hedge funds and big banks close their positions and get ready for the next week, so they're gonna have a kind of a relaxed weekend after these big moves. So they take the money out, and that's why we have normally a different Friday candle opposite to the trend. Again, the same what is the other one? CAD JPY. As you can see, the market trend is very strong in this pair during past 2-3 months. Very strong move up, a small retracement, but very good trade. As you can see, it's 400 pips. When it crossed under this zero lag MACD, you could enter here, and you had probably about 280 pips, maybe 200. At least you could capture 200 of it. Again, when it started down here, you could have your first signal here, your second signal there, and your third when it moved either this pin bar or when the zero lag MACD moved above zero. So this could be a very good trade, 3-4 trades for you, and a very good trend. Still continues on, and it's trying to break this resistance line here. We have a kind of a doji. It's not a doji, but it shows that the wicks on top and bottom, the higher and lower wicks are almost equal. So it shows that the sellers and buyers are trying to settle down on a price, which way the price gonna go. So next week's gonna be a little bit different for this pair, so we should wait and see what happens in the next Monday. AUDJPY is the same. We have this kind of a big candle. The wicks are very long, and it shows the sellers and buyers are fighting to decide the direction. I have a buy position here. I haven't locked in this one. It's very close to my stop loss, so maybe it's good if I close this trade. But the market is uptrend, you see, and when this pair is uptrend during the past 2 months, the trend has been very strong. Not only uptrend, the downtrend even is very strong. You see, when it moves down, it stays down for a long time. When it moves up, at least for 2-3 weeks, it stays up. Maybe it doesn't move down, but this is kind of fluctuation for us. But in daily, this is a very long fluctuation. It's big. So it moved down. This one, it didn't stay down much, and the market changed the direction, and boom, for 1 month stayed up. For 2 weeks it moved down again to 3 weeks, and then it's moving up. Maybe for the next week at least we're gonna have an uptrend, or maybe fluctuation here, but it stays there hopefully. So let's see what happens. AUDUSD is the same. It's kind of fluctuating around this area. I don't have any position, and I'll wait until this stochastic comes down and the market decides which way it's gonna go, and then we can enter. Euro USD is the same. We have a divergence. As you can see here, the price is high, and here another high. So this high, the new high, is higher than the previous high, but the stochastic is the opposite. This high, the new high is lower than the previous high. So the analysis is that the market's gonna drop, the price gonna follow the stochastics. So around this area we should have a drop. We didn't. The past 2 days the market moved higher. So let's see what happens on the next Monday. Probably we're gonna have a different direction for Euro USD. Okay, and the last 2 pairs are USD CHF. It's kind of a very choppy trade. Every time you put a stop loss, you're gonna be chopped out. It's not good. And Euro AUD, not much movement here. It's a big movement. If I delete these indicators, you know, it looks small, but it's a very big trend. You know, it's about 500-600 pips, maybe up there, but 700 pips. So every time you get a very big pin bar like this one or that one, you could start trading. But this one is not a very clear signal for us, so we just wait on this one. Yeah, this was for today. I hope you have a very good week. You had a very good week up so far, and a very good weekend today and tomorrow. And yeah, do your own analysis, please. If you follow my signals, please do your own analysis. My one is fitted for my kind of analogy and personality. So do your own one and compare my signals against your signals. If you find any kind of a convergence, any kind of confluence, then get in the market. If you find my YouTube videos useful, if you've learned anything so far, please subscribe to my channel. Go to my website. I upload so many articles and posts about trading. You're gonna learn a lot about trading, about traders' mindsets and things that I'm trying to teach people. It's all for free. Put your email there and you will get so many stuff that I never share anywhere else. And thanks for following me. You've been a great follower. Thanks so much, and have a nice weekend.